Hey guys, this is yours truly, Maximus of the Brothers of Steel, and this week we are inside History in Gaming, and we'll be looking at Egyptian civilization in the context of Assassin's Creed Origins. So, Ubisoft has spent years trying to infuse Assassin's Creed Origins lore with real Egyptian history. They have tried to keep the historical accuracy of the game by basing it on history, archaeology, and Egyptology. Oh my god, I got that right. Anyway, so for our purposes today, this game will be very useful in explaining ancient Egyptian civilization in terms of its location and agricultural development. So let's take a journey way across the Caribbean into North Africa, where we will see Egypt. And we can see that Egypt is located between the Mediterranean Sea and the Sudan. Almost throughout the whole length of Egypt, we have the River Nile. So we can clearly see, in order to maintain some level of historical accuracy, Ubisoft and their developers try to incorporate the River Nile in the ambience here. We can clearly see it's the River Nile, and if you look in the background, there's some lush vegetation, and very soon we'll see some agricultural crops that were grown in Egypt. If we move just off the river bank, we can see some female Egyptian farmers tending to their crops. The fertile soil along the river bank allowed Egypt to produce food at a surplus level of production. So, in order to define this concept, I'm going to ask my Jeeves to explain it.
Sure thing, Maximus. Surplus agricultural production refers to producing food that is adequate to supply local demand and for export. Large civilizations like Egypt were able to produce large quantities of food to satisfy local consumption, for storage, and earn foreign trade from export.
Rich, fertile soil was just one of the benefits of Egypt's proximity to the River Nile. They also benefited from having a close water source for irrigation systems. What we can see in the game here right now is the stone canals that will carry the water from very far distances to fields that were located very far away from the river. To make it possible for farmers to lift water from either the river or these irrigation canals, the Egyptian farmers use a Shaduf. And honestly, Assassin's Creed Origins totally illustrates and has a visual representation of a Shaduf that you cannot get really in a textbook. So the game really shows exactly how a Shaduf works. Basically, it was a large pole balanced on a crossbeam, a rope and bucket on one end, and a heavy counterweight on the other. So by pulling on the rope, it would lower the bucket into the canal, and then the farmer could then raise the bucket against the weight, and then he would be able to swing it and empty it into a canal or field. So simple but yet effective, and this is just one of the aspects that Assassin's Creed Origins has depicted from a historical perspective. And we have learned many things from this video. We learned about the location of Egypt, we learned about agriculture, we learned about surplus production, we learned about the Shaduf, and there are many more things to be learned from this game. So you will join me next time when I'll be looking at ancient hieroglyphics and pyramids. Assassin's Creed is really one of those games that really makes an effort to be historically accurate, to give you that perfect, relatively great gaming experience. Not all the history may be totally accurate, but it really brings it to a level where you can really feel like you're a part of the game. So, next time you are playing a game, just remember that there may be a history in the gaming. This is yours truly, Maximus of the Brothers of Steel, and we were looking at Assassin's Creed Origins and the history that is part of the game. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like on our Facebook page, and share up the love. Until next time,